Hello everyone and welcome to another video of Naval Action with RunGP. This time is I'm going to commentate a very big PvP battle we have. I'm sailing at Trincomalee and just came back for... I had to exit the game for a second because I had to close a couple programs I had in the background. But well, here we are deployed. We are 3 Trincomalees and a brig, I think, versus 2 Trincomalees, 2 surprise and a brig. I don't really remember, but we have one more big ship, but they have the numbers. So well, you can see first of all, I'm going to do some ranging shots on this Trincomalee here, watching carefully where the shots fall. Adjusting the heading of the ship to give me a proper firing position. Okay, that's a hit, so I'm going to lower it a little bit. Check it out, there you go. In general, you want to adjust your shots in the hull to, well, hit as low as possible, because that way the chance for a hole that gets flooded or maybe a shot that is just above the waterline and in a maneuver goes underwater and starts a flooding, it's higher. So right now, well, I'm trailing a little bit the other two Trincomalees. They are in that direction, you can see them. And well, while the 2-4 guys are engaging them, I'm more or less safe to, well, put some long range distance shots here without, well, being fired in return. That's a little bit long, so I'm going to adjust lower. Still long. Okay, that's a little bit high, so adjust a little bit lower. That's a good position. Open fire with the whole battery. And okay, so we have a situation here where one of the their Trincomalees has rammed one of us. Probably an accident, they were very close. So what I'm going to do here is to come in support. I'm cutting towards the action. I'm ready to fire my left battery as soon as I pass Chili Willy, which is in front of me. First of all, I'm going to put some chain shot on General Maverick. I shot at the farther guy because, well, the closest one is close to one of my allies and I don't want to hit him by airborne. So okay, we are going to cross each other. This is going to be a mutual broadside. That's a taken, but he's more damaged than I, so I can take it while probably he will have problems dealing with that damage. So there we go. Passing broadside. Yeah, he's got a very damaged port side. I deploy full sails again. And my first idea is to go towards the starboard, but then I decide to go towards port. Because that way I can't unmask my starboard guns on the other Trincomalee while keeping Chili Willy's Trincomalee at bay. This is my port side when I'm reloaded. Some chaser shots there. Alright, so I deploy battle sails to reduce my heal. Heal is a very important matter in this ship. The Trincomalee heals a lot when it's in a crosswind. Also, I want to control my speed a little bit here because we are moving in a very tight space and there are a lot of ships. I don't want to collide. Okay, that's a pretty nice raking shot chance. We have it. But seems that most of my shots fell a little bit short, which is underwhelming. Meanwhile, well, you can see in my starboard I have General Motors, he's coming closer. So I'm going to unleash my starboard broadside on him. Again, take him. Okay, that's a good position to shoot, and I unleash all my guns. So Right now what we have is a position where we are fighting from both broadsides at the same time. I get badly hit. I'm going to pop a repair. My pump is damaged. It's going to be a problem if I start getting water on board, so I'm going to be careful with that. So what I'm going to do here is to cut towards the back of this Trincomalee here. I'm receiving heavy fire from the other one, but that's to be expected. And open fire now and seal the fate of this guy. Because probably, well, soon enough you will see that he is taking on water, so... Yeah, that was a nifty move, if I might say so. Yeah, he's taking water, as you can see. So we have Chili Willy on the other side. This guy taking water. I'm trying to decide which of both I'm going to shoot, because a sinking target can shoot at you until he's totally sunk, of course, and that's always a problem because those things are 18 pounders and they do a lot of damage. But I decide that I want to shoot the guy who's still kicking, so I take position to aim towards him. Short, flames a little bit longer, hit. Maybe I can adjust a little bit lower. That's a good position. Let's open fire and seal his fate, because he's almost out of armor. You can see the other Trincomalee is sunk. Of course, the problem is now we are in advantage of numbers. We have bigger ships, but the main problem here is that we are damaged. We are extremely damaged. We have paid a hefty toll to kill these two guys, and now Chili Willy is going to get a murderous freaking shot on Marik, which is going to hurt a little bit. I'm in survival mode because I have some holes above the waterline, and I don't want to risk getting any flooding in. Mostly because I have a damaged pump, so... Okay, I'm going to get hit here, but I'm going to seal this guy's fate for good. There you go, he's sinking. Again, now we have the numbers, but the problem is that our three Trincomalees are pretty badly damaged. We have been under very heavy fire, and they still have two surprises. And the surprise is an extremely powerful brigade. Of course, it doesn't punch as strongly as the Trincomalee does, but it's very maneuverable. It's a pain in the ass when it starts maneuvering towards your back. So I'm probably one of the Trincomalees which is in better shape. So I'm going to try to single out a surprise and to destroy it, which is going to be this guy, Spartacus. As you can see, I'm turning towards him with battle cells. I don't want to go too fast because I want to follow him. Of course, first of all, we are going to get a pretty nice wrecking broadside. There you go. His rear armor is almost gone, and now all we have to do is to turn towards him, deploy full sails, and seize him. Meanwhile, I'm trusting the other two Trincomalees and the brig we have left to deal with what I'm leaving behind. If I single out a single surprise, well, they will be facing one surprise and brigs. And of course, that's much better than dealing with two surprises and the brigs. So I'm going to just follow this guy. I'm going to take some pot shots with my chasers. They have chain shot. I could use a standard shot, but I like to use my chasers to deal a little bit of sail damage. Mostly because in these situations it's really useful to have well, to start putting pressure on the enemy sails to make a chase um, shorter. Okay, I take behind. The enemy is coming closer. Couple of ships down there, but our Trincomalee should be able to deal with them, or at least that's what I think. Because next time I'm going to look at that position, I will see that one of Trincomalees actually sank, and the other one was pretty damaged. So, well, you will see. I'm not going to spoil what happens. Taking more shots at the enemy sails. Keeping a sight on the guys down there. Yeah, surprise and two bricks. And oops. Okay, now the situation is, what do I want to do? Because if I turn behind, it's going to be a problem. If I go around and try to support the other Trincomalee, well, we will find ourselves is boxed by two bricks and a surprise from one side and one surprise from the other side. This is a horrible scenario you don't want to be in. So what I'm going to do is to ensure this guy is going down, instead of instantly returning back. Because really, if I leave the chase now I shoot a little bit lower, there you go, putting some shots in the lower sails. If I turn around right now, I will probably be offering good help to the other guy, but we would be in a tactical horrendous situation. So what I do here is to ensure that I'm going to finish the job of this guy. The wind is changing a little bit. We are very close hauled, and we are making very low speed. So I want to open my angle a little bit so I can accelerate, and also put a shot on that guy who has crossed the border of the playable area. Now, if you cross that border, you only have 2 minutes to come back, otherwise you're going to die. Now, of course, this is a thing that I don't like a lot, having this kind of thing, but we were having a little bit of problem with people who were refusing to fight and just running away all the time, making for griefing, honestly. So this thing ensures that everyone is going to fight. Of course, when the open world comes, that kind of thing will never happen. You will be able to run away if you wish so. But in the alpha testing, I think it's a really good, nice thing to have this kind of mechanic to ensure that everyone stays within the battle area and that no one grieves. Because there were a lot of scenarios where maybe one side would give all the other ships but the one started going away, never come back, and the chase taking maybe 20 minutes, which is senseless because the battle is already won. So okay, I'm making my way back to the playing area, because of course if I don't come back I'm going to die as well. The other guy probably is not going to make it. In the end he actually makes it, but you will see, will make no difference. So now I can come back and support the other Trincomalee. Before it was a disaster, but now I can. Because now the other guy is more worried upon returning to the player area rather than than boxing us in and giving us fire from all the sides at the same time. Now I'm watching this guy. I'm wondering whether he will make it or not, and in case he makes it, he has no armor left, because I totally mauled him before, and the other Trincomalee has also put a very good broadside on him, but I'm going to make sure that the guy goes down as fast as possible. So I bring my guns to bear, ranging shot, that's good enough. Now this is the whole broadside, and now the guy is going down for sure. So I deploy full sails. And we have a pretty bad situation right now here. We have our brig there, which is getting mauled by the surprise. I go battle says here. You can see how bad the healing is. I couldn't aim any higher than that. I had to go to battle sails to be able to range with these guns. And now you are going to see why it's a mistake not to make sure that someone is totally dead. Okay, first of all, I could put a very good broadside on this guy, but this guy just before sinking, look at my port side. He did a brutal mauling, probably double shot, which was not really welcome. I mean, at this rate, I'm not overly worried yet, but we have a lot of enemies left. And I only have one repair, and I have a damaged pump, and I don't like that. So I go to survival mode again to close the holes I have over the waterline. Because again, if you heal too hard, those holes might go underwater, and then you have a flooding, and that can scale out of control very quickly. Meanwhile, I have 3 ships shooting at my starboard side, which is not reinvigorating a lot. My brig has, our brig has gone down, so right now is the other Trincomalee and me versus 3 guys. But we are very damaged, and that's a problem. Okay, good range there. Going to adjust the aim, fire another ranging shot to make sure, yeah, I have the range, and open fire. That has really eaten down his port side armor. Okay, deploy full sails. At this moment I'm wondering whether I want to keep this heading or go the other way, because again the other Trincomalee is unsupported. And brigs are small ships, but they fire really quickly, they have a very good DPS, and they are pretty maneuverable, so yeah. But it seems that those brigs are too worried by shooting me, so yeah. At any rate, what I do is to take a middle course. Instead of turning back, what I do is cut towards this guy, towards the Surprise. And then what I'm going to do is to put a chaser shot on him and keep him in my bow quarters. That way I can look closely at what he does. If he keeps going towards my port side, I will unmask my port battery and fire at him. Meanwhile, I can offer fire support to the other Trincomalee from here. Short. Adjust the shot. That seems like a good range. Open fire. Okay, he's harding. So, the Surprise is turning towards starboard. So, I want to chase him. Going to put yet another chaser shot on him. Short. Short. Well, actually not short, that I was in the correct range. And the other two follow. Now, what's the situation now? We have a brig moving closer, which I want to deal with. Open fire with my deck guns, keeping my main battery in reserve. Short. Okay, range, but he's turning towards me. And he's offering me a very small target, so I want to wait until he appears a little bit broader, like so, and then open fire, because that way I ensure that I will get good enough hits with all the guns. Meanwhile, the Surprise is really feeling bad. I can tell 2 short shots, but the third one hits. That guy is not feeling really well. Meanwhile, the brig is putting himself in a pretty dangerous position. If he sneaks up my ass, it's going to be a problem. And he's using repairs. So this is going to take longer than what I anticipated. And I don't like that. Because again, I'm a bigger ship, but I can take so much damage. Time to finish this guy off. Have the range. Full broadside. And our other Trincomalee is dead, so I'm left alone versus 3 guys. One of them is going down, probably the surprise won't last a long time, but while he stays up, he's going to put a lot of damage on me, and that's not good. Yeah, more or less like that, and he's also hitting my starboard side, which is the one that I have more damage at. And right after he dealt that really hard blow, he sinks. Now, of course, 2 brigs versus 1 Trincomalee, the Trincomalee should win, right? Well, yes, but again, I'm damaged. Very damaged. I go to survival mode again to plug all the holes I have, because I don't want a flood to start. I actually am taking a little bit of water, but right now it's controllable. If I take a lot with the damaged pump, it's going to be a mess. So I have to make sure that I plug at least most of the holes. And that of course means that I'm not in gunnery mode anymore. My guns can't reload as fast as they were reloading before. So I'm quite in not a good situation now. Also, I have 1 guy in front and another on my side, which is never a comfortable position. Thankfully, I find my range on that brig pretty soon. And I put a pretty good broadside on him. Meanwhile, I'm going to use my chasers on that other brig. Good hit. Another good hit. The other 2 both hit. So that was at least a good reminder that my guns do damage. But so they do, so do theirs. And my port side is really feeling bad right now. I'm not feeling, I mean, you can see I don't have the port guns reloaded yet. I'm not feeling confident enough to switch to gunnery mode. I want to stay in survival because I still have enough holes over the waterline that if one of them grazes underwater, it's going to be a mess. So I keep survival a little bit longer while holding fire because I don't have the guns reloaded, of course, and I start turning towards port, and that's good because the other guy has finally sunk. So yeah, well, this was a dangerous position. My armor in the port side was going down, and now you are going to see what's actually not a glitch. It's part of the alpha. The land masses actually don't have collision boxes yet. So this guy grounds himself, but he keeps on going. That's a little glitch. I mean, the islands are more for aesthetical purposes and of course to avoid them. I mean, no one goes intentionally into an island. But yeah, well, again, this is an early alpha, of course. First they are fixing on what should be fixed first, which is the naval mechanics. And after that they will add all the other stuff. The part about the going through the island was actually pretty funny, because you can see in the chat people were laughing a lot. And yeah, well, at least now I have my starboard side pointing towards him, so he's not going to make any big mess. You can see that as soon as I quit the gunnery mode, I started taking a lot of water. But well, I want to kill this guy fast. And this broadside will ensure the end of the game. As soon as I'm done, I switch to survival mode again to be sure that the flooding doesn't kill me. And that's the game. And now we are going to see the results, which when I saw I was like, oh my gosh, what the hell did I do in this game? Yeah, 10,000 damage, that's a lot. And you can see how close it was at the end, actually. I mean, had the surprise survival for one more broadside, I would have been in a world of hurt. So yeah, really fun game. And really nice battle. I hope you had fun watching this game, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. 5 kills. Whoa, what the hell? What did I do in this game? Anyway, hope you had fun. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and see you later.